What's up? What's up? What's up? Beat heads, hip hop lovers out there. I'm gonna start a new series called Beatmaker Talk. This is where I'm just gonna talk about things that are important to me in the world of making beats, or any questions that you might have. Eventually, I want to get a Ustream and make this a live, interactive kind of thing, but I don't have enough interest yet. But until then, this is how I'm gonna do it. First of all, I guess I'm gonna address the music. I got the music playing in the background for a reason. Obviously because I love music, but also because I feel like I have the greatest black music collection out there than any of y'all. So if y'all want to challenge me, I accept the challenge. Actually, I'm challenging y'all. If y'all think y'all have what it takes, and if y'all the music collection is greater than mine, then look me up on Twitter. We can go tip for tat. Secondly, you see me wearing this Wichita State hoodie. We get ready to play here in a little bit. Number 16 in the country, doing work. I usually don't like to say we. When I talk about teams that I like, but damn it, I pay tuition there. They go up every year, and I feel like I done paid Greg Marshall's salary my damn self. So I'm part of that team. So we are number 6. Rock Shock, Woo Shock, baby. So today, on the first episode, we're going to talk about my setups that I like, and some pros and cons and the prices. And here we go. This is Jizza, by the way. Legend of Liquid Sword, Silent. Alright, so the first thing I would advise y'all to get is a decent chair. You're going to be spending a lot of time in this bad boy, so make sure that you spare no expense getting a good ass comfortable chair. I can't stress that enough. Cause look at this. This chair is I don't remember how much it costs, but I had to put an extra pad in there because that bad boy be hurting my ass quick. It's supposed to give me, it says it's supposed to get 2 hours comfortable, but I don't even know if I get that much. Just make sure you get a good chair. That's first. The song here is Jay-Z, Black Gangsta, or This Life Forever. Alright, the next thing is an audio interface or a sound card. Make sure you guys get one of these if you want, because the sound cards that are in your car or in your computers aren't strong enough to handle the type of sound that you want. They're not going to return that sound that you want. So make sure you get a good sound card. This one is a Stanton Final Scratch. I think it was made initially for DJing, but it works for me. It's actually been discontinued, so I'm not going to talk about the pros and cons or the price. But for me, I make sure that I always have one that has at least, I don't know if you can see that, but I always have to have at least 4 outs and 4 ins. And I know for sure I gotta have at least 2 outs for the speakers, and then I have 1 in for the turntable. But alright, speaking of speakers, that's next. The speakers that I have, or I call them powered, they're called powered monitors. The ones on the tops are just regular powered monitors, M audios, both are M audios, but those are just probably the entry level. They cost $230 for the pair, I believe. The ones on the bottom, these are my babies right here. These are my BX8As, also M audio. They don't come as a pair, they come individually, and they are about $300 a piece, so $600 for the both of them. The setup for the top one, the audios are pretty easy, and I don't remember the model number or the model type, but it's a left and right, and you just hook it up to the interface. The ones on the bottom are kind of tricky for me, because I didn't know anything about anything when I first got them. And I was like, where's the left and the right? Like, how do I know which one goes where? You don't. All you need is an XLR cable. That's what I use. There's also another cable you can use. I forgot what it's called, but I think the XLR has less latency. They're faster. They respond quicker. And you just run the cable from the back of the XLR of the monitor to the out of your what's that thing called? Audio interface. About the BX8As, they are really good for low sound and the medium sound. So for hip hop, It's great. I think the guy told me, not the guy, but the research that I did, and they said that the KRK rockets are good for like rock and stuff. But if you want like a lot of bass, if you want thinking about trying to get bass and low sound, then you want to go with these VX88s. They're pretty reliable. I haven't had an issue with them so far. I've had them for about a year and a half. Still going strong. No issues at all. But I only use those when I'm making a beat. So I don't really have a whole lot of excess playtime with those. The ones on the top is what the music's coming out now. And that's Showbiz and AG. Now you know. Or you know now. But yeah, get you some power monitors, some decent ones. If you want to hear every nuance of the sound that you want, create it how you want it. Because sound card, you'll be able to hear every detail in your sound. So you don't want to go home and make a beat on a shitty system, and then when you play it somewhere else, you're like, wow, well, I didn't hear that. I didn't know that was going to be that unbalanced. I don't like the way that sounds. That low end is a little bit too low, too loud. So, yeah. You want to avoid all that by just getting some good speakers and then the audio. Okay, so next we have a turntable. This is a Stanton. I can't remember exactly the model number, but I think it's a T205 or something like that. They're running about 250, if I can remember right, to 300, somewhere in that range. It's decent for scratching, but they have one that's better for scratching. Once I learn how to scratch, I'm going to move up and get a better one, because the curvature of the needle is supportive for scratching. I'm not going to pull it out, unwrap it, because my pops always told me don't pull it out if you don't plan on using it, if you ain't going to kill a motherfucker. But I'm not going to kill nobody today. I'm not going to kill any beats. I'm going to leave that wrapped up. But next to it, obviously I got some CDs. Below, I have some records. I have some more in another room, but I still got a lot to go. I'm trying to amass a collection as vast and as great and as big or as much as the great Jay Dilla. Speaking of Jay Dilla, you're gonna see that Bobby Caldwell Cat in the Hat record sitting there on a lot of my videos. I just keep that there for inspiration. For one, that's a great record, obviously. I love it. I love that dude's voice, his sound. He actually sounded like a brother. Secondly, that was my introduction to Jay Dilla's music. That Calm in the Light record, that I love that beat. And like every time I look at this record, I just get so inspired, and I just want to aspire to be like Jay Dilla. You really don't need a turntable in today's world, I guess, because you can always e-dig. I like a lot of analog, and plus I just like it the way it looks. They have good sound too, so I like to use records. I like the crackling sound of the record. Alright, next is the computer. I don't really use the computer a whole lot, other than with the machine, but the only piece of software that I use on the computer by itself is this free program called WavePad Editor. And I just use that to switch from WAV files, switch MP3s to WAV files whenever I e-dig, or to amplify a beat. I don't do a whole lot of mixing with it. I don't even know if you can, but I just use it to convert stuff. Alright, next is the powerhouse, the main thing. This is the machine. Obviously, it's a great piece of hardware. Great piece of equipment, I should say, because it comes with software as well, and it works hand in hand with your computer. It's a controller, basically. You can't use it by itself. It doesn't have a sound card, but this is everything. This is like the essential piece of equipment. It costs $600. I don't know about the going into the pros and cons. I can't list all the pros, because I started off with the MPC, and then I went to this, and an easy transition with the added software was great. One of the cons I will say is that sometimes I feel like the knobs get worn out because when I'm chopping a sample, it'll move on its own. It might be my computer, but the lights work, everything works on it, so it's all good. I'm actually getting ready to upgrade to the Machine Studio. So if anybody wants this, you want to barter, trade, or offer a price, or I'll probably just give it away. But it has like all my, it's even customized. You see it has Little's brother on there. All the names I went by over the year. If you can see that, C Note Soul, 20 letters, Black Social Life, Kick Tracy, Sketch Armstrong, Chuck Soul. It's all written on there. So yeah, if you want that, it's important that you get a hard drive, especially if you eat digging. But this is where I keep all my beats. I save everything I've done since I started. Stay healthy, stay organized. I keep my samples on there as well. All right, next. This just seems something simple, right? It's just a notepad. But I always gotta have some sticky notes around, because I'll write stuff on it. Like if I hear something I like, I'll make a note, or like a sample. If I hear a sample on the internet, I'll write it down and just make sure I go back and listen to it again later, so I can get it later. Or I don't know, just anytime I need to write anything down, it's handy and I just jot stuff down. Alright, so that's my setup. It's quite, as you can see, I've spent quite a good amount of money on that, and I'm not even halfway to where I want to be. Soon I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna upgrade to a better machine. I'm gonna get a better turntable. I'm gonna get a keyboard. I'm gonna get probably a mixer and a mic. So I'm gonna start, recording here, not for myself necessarily, but just record people that I work with. Yeah, so if you really plan on doing this, it takes a commitment, it takes an investment. But I would say that the machine has definitely paid for itself. All the beats that I've made and released and sold over the years, probably everything is paid for itself. I think I'm made enough to pay for everything, but it took a while. It took a long time. It took practice, obviously. But again, it's not the equipment, it's the person behind it. So you can do everything on Freedoms if you want to, and you can do what I do. But for me, I would say that if you want, the essential things you would need to do what I do, to sample and stuff, is a sound card, some sort of monitors. You don't have to get the M-Audio BX8. You don't need to get anything that expensive, or just some simple power monitors, and then a machine or some sort of beat controller or MPC, some sort of controller that you get a pad. So Beatmaker Talk. If you guys have any other topics or anything, just get me through Twitter. That's at Little's brother. And I gotta go watch the Chalkers getting that ass. Rock Chalk, who shot my people.